where the flowers bloom and the sunshine glows. There's normal gardens where the beauty grows. Every leaf tells a story, every seed takes flight. In the garden's heart, everything feels right. Es mamo, sing it to the sky. Whisper to the petals as the clouds drift by. Es mamo, let the green roots run, dancing with the daisies in the morning sun.
Hello everyone, welcome to Esmamo Gardens. Today I want us to look at this monster of a plant called Monstera Deliciosa. You can stand to argue, what monster are you talking about? Well, it starts off as a cute little plant and it will turn into a monster plant. The name Monstera Deliciosa is derived from the plant. When it grows so huge, like a monstrous plant. And deliciosa is the fruit that it produces. It's so delicious, it's like a banana mixed with pineapple. That's where the name Monstera Deliciosa comes from. And the fruit is only edible when it's fully ripe. If you remember, I had this plant growing in water for quite a number of years. And it was going nowhere. It had only 2 leaves for a very long time. So I decided to plant it back in soil. And after that, 1 leaf died back. And from the initial leaf, it grew back a new leaf. Not only is it a monster, but resilient because it makes sure that it fights back. It is important to regularly wipe your Monstera Deliciosa leaves because they are prone to attract a lot of dust when grown indoors, and it helps with photosynthesis. Monstera Deliciosa is the most popular tropical house plant in the world. It is loved for its dramatic split leaves and it's a fast-growing plant. It belongs to the arum family, the same family as the philodendron family. Its origin is the American Central Tropical Rainforest. In the wild, they grow under rainforest canopies. It's a climbing tree using aerial roots. They grow in warm, humid conditions. They are epiphytes, meaning they grow on other trees for support, but they are not parasites. As the leaves mature, they have the splits or holes. They are called fenestration. As you saw with the earlier plant, it only had 1. So the smaller the plant, does not have any fenestration, but as the leaves mature, it will develop and have holes or splits. And this particular plant, it's a propagation. I propagated so many Monstera Deliciosa. At some stage, I had 12 Monstera in the house and I had no space for it. So this plant is easy to propagate. Monstera is a fast-growing plant and long-living plant. A healthy monstera can live decades indoors and many more outdoors. This plant gained its popularity in interior design, in tropical decor, in minimalist home. And it's a symbol of abundance, growth, and longevity. And also giving that tropical vibe, that tropical look in your house. Also in office areas as well. Monsteras requires bright indirect light or sunlight, and too much sun, afternoon sun, can scorch the leaves. Too little light, small leaves, no splits. Too much light, yellowing or burnt patches. So it's important to have the correct lighting for this plant. Because this plant is a vine, it will need support. You can best support your plant with a moss pole or a trellis. Climbing encourages larger leaves, more splits, and a healthier growth. The more it climbs upright, the bigger your plant will become. And this fast-growing tropical plant become root-bound very quickly. I repot mine like almost every year. Look at that, the roots are coming out at the bottom of the pot, and oopsie, I have water sitting there as well. So the roots are reaching out for that water in here. Even though that excess moisture, when the roots are reaching out for that excess moisture, can help the plant grow faster, it can also lead to root rot. So it's important that the plant doesn't sit too long in water, it will rot. Monstera need to be repotted into a larger pot every year or 2 years. Signs are the roots are coming out of the bottom, the soil dries out, or it grows very slow. This one is one of them. The roots are coming out of the bottom of the pot. Monstera Deliciosa are tropical plants, meaning they require high humidity. They need 50 to 70% of humidity. My house is very dry and tropical plants are not doing well in my house. If you have the same issue, mist lightly occasionally, use a humidifier in dry winters, keep away from cold draft and heaters. This plant is desperate for a trim because these leaves are fighting for light and space. New leaf formation. The new leaf will sprout from a sheath of base of the previous leaf petiole. So how the monstera grow is that they grow from a single stem. This is how then the leaves will form. The plant produces aerial roots at the stem nodes that look for moisture and support, aiding in climbing, and helps with nutrient absorption. Aerial root functions to anchor the plant to trees. They absorb water, nutrients directly from the air or the surrounding area. If your plant is not supported, you can guide your aerial roots back into the pot. A lack of humidity causes monstera to lose moisture faster than they can absorb it, leading to physical stress. While they are tolerant, long-term exposure to dry air will show these symptoms: brown crispy tips and edges, leaf curling, stunted or no growth, or drooping leaves. Increased in pest attack and failure to develop fenestration. Trim this plant. Let's cut one of the leaves so that they can have space and light and air floration as well. It looks much better. What I need to do is support this plant so that it can start growing upright, because right now what it does is just growing at the base of the pot. It needs support to grow upright. This new leaf here is also shaded by this psyllium tree, but hopefully it will find its way out to the light. As I have mentioned earlier, this plant is easy to propagate. You need a cutting with at least one node, ideally with one aerial root. Place the cutting in water. Change your water regularly, weekly. Pot after strong roots formation. I propagated my cutting into soil, directly into soil. Keep the soil moist but not soaking wet, and keep in somewhere where it will receive direct light, warm and humid. And just be patient, the roots will form and a new leaf will form thereafter. So it's a slow process, but you will have growth. Monsteras are toxic to cats, dogs, and small children. They contain calcium oxalate crystals that will irritate the mouth and stomach. This one here, it's a new leaf that emerged from the older leaf. This is a south-facing window. This plant is receiving bright indirect light. How you water your monstera will determine if it thrives or it struggles. Water thoroughly, then let the soil partially dry before watering. These are the signs that your plant is being overwatered. Yellowing leaves, mushy stems, fungal nuts, root rot smell. And these are the signs that your plant is being underwatered. Curling leaves, crispy brown edges, and drooping leaves. Previously, I had a round mirror that fell and broke the pot. Soil also plays an important role in keeping your monstera happy. My soil is just a normal potting soil mixed with compost. I compost the soil once a year. As you can see, this soil is nice, fluffy, moist, but not soggy. And please make sure that your soil is quick draining. It doesn't hold moisture for longer where the roots won't breathe. The support is just soil. I will fill it up with moss later on. I fertilize my plants during the growing season, which is spring and summer, once a month. In this corner here, I have tropical plants, but I do not have a humidifier. And they are very close to the window where they will receive that draft during the colder months. So what I do, I come with a bottle with water and I mist the plants now and then, especially where they have aerial roots. The aerial roots helps to absorb some of that excess moisture, and the tropical plants really need that excess moisture on their leaves, excess moisture on the aerial roots. That's how they thrive. Important tips to take away if you are a new beginner: don't overwater your plant, give it bright indirect light, use well draining soil mixture, support your plant with a moss pole or a trellis, rotate your plant for even growth. Last but not least, wipe your leaves occasionally to remove dust. It will become a centerpiece in your home. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and I'll see you soon.